So why I took a seat at the table. It kind of all started right at the beginning of COVID when, I've always liked baking. I love sugary foods, and so I had absolutely nothing to do with my day, and I would just bake stuff, and then most of it would go to waste because I couldn't eat it all. My family couldn't eat it all, and and then I don't I think it was my mom. I think my mom, had the idea to start bringing the baked goods to the Central Union Mission and kind of create this whole, you know, system of bringing, treats and, happiness to, Central Union Mission and just kind of feel like you're contributing something. And so we started baking about 200 treats like once or twice a week in the beginning. It was a lot. It was very difficult, but I think it really made an impact. It's definitely something I will never forget doing. And it's something I really enjoyed doing. And why people should take a seat at the table. For me, I just feel amazing doing it. You just feel so fulfilled, and the looks on their faces, like the happy smiles, hearing that they really loved the food, um, and also just having something to do with your day that isn't like just about you. Yeah, I just really enjoyed doing it, and I think others should start doing it too.
Well, yeah, Della said it very, very well. And I think mainly the reason I took a seat at the table was because of Della. And it was this idea, yeah, that my mom brought up, but it was really because of Della and her baking, and because she was so excited about doing it. I wanted to then do it, and then we kind of got involved together. Like I she would sometimes drive with me to drop it off at the mission. Obviously, she can't drive yet, but she's coming close. And then in turn, I would help her with the baking, and she would teach me some baking tips. So that was really fun, just like bonding with my sister. But also, I think when people say that everything was made worse by the pandemic, everything was exacerbated, they're not lying. And homelessness is falls right into that category too. Like I can't even imagine the stress and the how hard it is to deal with homelessness during a time like this. And so because of that, I think the need was clear to provide something, to engage in some way, to dedicate a portion of our now empty days to helping people whose lives have just been made so much harder. And so that's really why I took a seat at the table. I think I couldn't really just sit and do nothing while all of this was happening. And I'm really, really glad that we found a way to be helpful and to provide happiness, and through Della's delicious treats. Yeah, so that's why I took a seat at the table.
Well, I think one of the things I like about the idea of a seat at the table is that really it's the idea that we're all at the same table together, right? As I think you said, Deborah. I mean, it is one communal table and we are all here together. And I felt that the just what's been wonderful is these baking was really something the guys there seemed to enjoy, and we would even consult with you or Mark or other people about what's the favorite dessert, what would they really like, and then we would hear back, and it just felt like we were sharing food. Obviously we couldn't be eating at the same table, but it just got close to that feeling sometimes that Della would love her Oreo cupcakes. And then we think, oh, that's great, because that's what they love too. And it just felt, it felt that we were really connecting in a way that was especially hard during the pandemic.
I think my children and my wife said it really well. So what I like about hearing them speak is just the recognition that in this time in particular, it's easier than ever to focus on yourself and how you're coping and getting through a pandemic that affects everyone from every station in life. But it's important to remember that the folks who are the most stressed and most at risk in many ways are the ones who are already facing challenges and struggles, and with lockdowns and people not moving around the city, it can be very easy to have a situation where out of sight is out of mind, and to forget how there are people very much in need, more so than ever because of the pandemic. And it's just been a terrific experience to watch my kids do what they can do to help, and see Della apply her love for baking for such a good cause. And mostly my role in that has been to make the occasional delivery of baked goods, but even that experience has been great for me.
Someone should take a seat at the table and start helping the Central Union Mission. I think number one, it's the right thing to do. Helping people is something that everyone has to be a part of in order to live a fulfilling life. And in order for them to live fulfilling lives, they need that help. So I think that there's a necessity that you need to fill. And so that's reason number one. But reason number two, and I think by far the most important, is the genuine connection that you get out of helping other people. I think even if you're helping during COVID and you don't actually get to talk and interact with the people that you're helping, you still feel that connection. And I think especially in a time like right now where these connections are so limited and hard to come by, having some way to really connect with that community and help those people is something truly special, especially right now. So I think if anyone, you find yourself having extra time on your hands, you have an hour before your next Zoom meeting or whatever, go bake some brownies and drop them off at the mission the next time you have a chance. Just get helping in any way that you can. Find free time and just do it. And you will feel so much better about yourself and about your community, because right, we're all in this together. And if we don't think of this like we're all part of the same community, then our community is going to fall apart. So we really need to come together and all help one another.
First of all, it's a great way to spend your time, just not like lying around in bed, watching TV. It's a great way to take a break from your homework or, your classes. And I really, really have to emphasize how amazing it makes you feel, because like you just feel so good about yourself and so happy and proud of yourself for fully putting someone else before you and just like making that extra effort. And I also really think that it's really important to stay engaged with your community during this time, like as best you can. It's really difficult, but as long as you're safe, like it's so important. And I mean, if baking is something that you enjoy, even if it's not, or if it's not something you're good at, that's fine. Like you should still try. They don't have to look perfect. They just have to taste good. And yeah, I don't know. It's been an amazing experience, and I really enjoy doing it. And I really think that you should give it a try.
Should consider helping out at the Central Union Mission. And it's because spending time with members of your community who need help is an important reminder that we're all in this together, that we're all part of one community. And it's a way of giving back when you have something to give, and feeling that connection, I think, also is a reminder that one day you may need help, and you'll need your community to come help you. And I also would just say that there are a lot of organizations that do good work out there, including helping the homeless. The Central Union Mission is exceptionally well run and has just a powerful positivity around it that I know I have found rewarding, and my family has found rewarding. The folks who give so much to help the men there in need are wonderful people, and being part of that community is another reward.
Or why you should be engaged with the Central Union Mission. Number one, the people at the Central Union Mission make it really fun and really easy. Whatever ideas you have, they're open to them. You want to bake something? Great. You want to just drop off food? Great. You want to bring sanitizer, masks, games? I mean, honestly, it's a super creative organization, and it's fun to try to think about how to help. So the people who run it are incredible, as Jay said. Number two, it's the right thing to do. We need to engage in our community. We need to think about people who need more help than we need. And this is just a fabulous way to do it. It will keep you engaged essentially in the running of our country in a way that is quite rewarding. Number three, health benefits. I have no doubt if you get involved with the Central Union Mission, your blood pressure will go down, your stress will go down, you're going to be healthier, you're going to be walking around, dropping things off. It's all going to be good. And I think the last reason is the mutual joy that you will both feel and that you will be sharing. And I think there's something about this loop of bringing happiness and then receiving it that is, it's a state of flow. And until you try it and get in the thick of it, it's hard to explain, but take my word for it. This is something you want to try. So engage with the Central Union Mission. You won't regret it.